Back in ancient times, before they had forms and footings that they poured with cement, they used to dig a hole in the ground and they would start their building with what they called a cornerstone. Now this cornerstone was beautiful. You get a little bit of an idea what a cornerstone is. This is kind of like a granite cornerstone, and this cornerstone was finished beautifully, but it was the first stone that went down into the hole. And this stone was important and was the first stone that went in to set and do the direction for the whole building. And Jesus is referred to as the cornerstone in the Bible. In Ephesians 2:19 through 22, it says, "Consequently, you are no longer foreigners and strangers, but fellow citizens with God's people and also members of his household, built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, with Christ Jesus himself as the chief cornerstone. In him the whole building is joined together and rises to become a holy temple in the Lord. And in him you too are being built together to become a dwelling in which God lives by his Spirit." Now, when we take a look at this cornerstone that was first put into the ground, there are three understandings that we can see that about Christ as our cornerstone. He is the way, the truth, and the life, right? We know that verse in Scripture. The cornerstone set the direction for how the building would be. So if they put it in the ground like this, the building would be built off of this cornerstone. And it also had to be level. It couldn't be tipped like this, because otherwise the whole building would be tipped. It'd be like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But it was level. It was square. It was plumb. And that's what Jesus is. He is the way. He's the one that sets the direction. No man comes unto the Father except through Christ. Well, the second thing about the cornerstone is that Jesus is the truth, and his truth is solid. This cornerstone had to be of a solid material so that they could build on it. It wouldn't be crushed. It would be able to hold the weight above it. And Jesus is 100% truth through and through. And then the third thing about the cornerstone, and of course this is an inanimate object, it's not alive, but Jesus is known as the life. He is the life. He is the living stone. In 1 Peter 2:4 through 5a, it says this, "As you come to him, the living stone, rejected by humans, but chosen by God and precious to him, you also, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house." This cornerstone is where we all begin. Jesus is the cornerstone on which we can build our life. He is the rock. He is the one who is the first stone that we are to come to, and we get direction. He has truth, and he has a life for us. I encourage you to build on this cornerstone.